What's going on, y'all? What's happening? Drone worship in your face. Some interesting things have been happening all over the place here. We're gonna talk about that. Let me pull up my channel here so I can pop out the chat real quick. I'm also gonna get Mike Brooks in here, and I am gonna post the link in case anybody would like to join us. But oh boy, things might get interesting to say the least. So let's pop this out here. Pop out chat. Excellent. Chat has now been popped out. We got 8 people watching. What's up, 8 people? We downsize this just a tad. There we go. All right. So what is up, everybody? Drone Junkie, what's cracking? What's going on? Southwest Drones, what is going on, dude? Sorry, the shelves look a little bare. I have all my race drones here currently on the table, and the Bebop 2 and the Spark and everything's over here, and I'm getting ready for FPV day, so we're charging up all the batteries before Sunday. So we're going to take all the 5-inchers out and rip them, and the Mobula 7, we're going to get that set up. So that is me, dude. Haas by Drone, Area 51. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Mike Brooks should be here in a second. I'm going to paste the link in case anybody wants to join this discussion. Feel free to join me on the panel here and give me your thoughts. There is some crazy stuff happening on Facebook. For those of you guys who don't know, it started off a joke and then it turned into something a bit more serious than that. And it wasn't a big deal to me until I noticed that drone pilots started throwing their hand in the mix. And so to give you a little background on what's happened here, essentially some guy started a Facebook page called Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop Us All. And it was meant to be a joke. However, that joke wasn't taken as a joke. Like 500,000 people in the first 24 hours joined and said they were all for it. They all were going to go in. There's also like 575,000 people that said maybe they're interested, they want more details. So it's all good, man. If you guys can join, feel free. If you can't, don't worry about it. Michael being here, it's just a way for you guys to join the panel, have an open discussion with me, and you know, put in your 2 cents here. So basically what's happened is what started off a joke has now turned into something that has the government going, oh boy, what are we going to do about this? So D-Man, what's up, dude? Yes, this is courtesy of Sean Brooks, who's in the chat right now. Drone worship, I fly solo, and he's not lying. There's the solos. So there are like over 1 million people now at this point that are ready to storm Area 51. And they are coming up with a game plan of how they want to do that. Needless to say, the government has stepped in and gone, oh boy, this is not good. But to top it off, like almost 10,000 drone pilots now have offered their drones to keep the air traffic occupied while they storm Area 51. This is some crazy sci-fi stuff that's happening right here, man. I'm not going to joke. There will probably be movies made about this if this happens, dude. People are going to look back on this and be like, this was a strange time in our world, you know? First of all, I have my questions about this. I am curious. Let's just address the elephant in the room. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with drone pilots doing this to assist in storming Area 51, though I think it could be really cool and exciting. All I can think about is how bad it's going to trash the hobby if these guys actually do step up to the plate and decide to keep air traffic occupied while they storm Area 51. I can't see this ending well for all of us if this does happen. It's a really strange thing to be even worried about, honestly. So this is like opening Pandora's box when it comes to drones. There are just certain things that I don't think you should do, and storming Area 51 or assisting in storming Area 51 with your aerial platform is probably one of those Pandora box maneuvers that you should probably avoid getting yourself into. Um, Ghost Mafia in the house. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I can't sit here and laugh about this too much because there are some really serious people jumping on board with this that are 100% serious. They are willing to commit to this. Now, the real question is, how do you stop 1 million American people, 1 million American citizens from storming Area 51 without killing him? My question I have next is it going to be considered an act of treason against your government if they do it? And number two, is the government going to see it as a terroristic attack on its own government? These things scare me. There's an upside to this and a downside to this. The curious may have a more understanding if it goes through, but a lot of people are going to get hurt and a lot of bad things are going to happen if this does go through. What is it potentially going to do for the hobby and drones in general if these pilots actually do step up to the plate and commit like they say they're going to? What do you guys think about this? This is crazy. You can join the page. Just go on YouTube or go on Facebook and type Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. And you will see that this is a real thing. People are very serious about doing this. And I'm a little scared for the drone pilots that are committing to this. If there's one thing I could say to them, I think the idea, yes, see, I just SAS this on an STA. I think that if I have any advice for the drone pilots, steer clear. Please don't do this. Don't don't do it. Please, I don't want to see our hobby ended over curiosity. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a scary thing. I'm gonna drop the link here again. Ghost, if you want to join, here you go, brother. Here's the Hangout link. Feel free to come in here. Anybody else that's on the panel currently that might want to pop in on this and put your 2 cents in, feel free. Mike Brooks should be in here hopefully pretty soon. He should join the panel. Um, yeah, no, it's not a joke. I'm being 100% serious about this. This is not a joke. This has escalated into something I don't think might be stoppable at this point. It has gone way past joke and now not funny, but potentially could actually happen. So, what's up, Ghost?
What's going on?
You want
Because
to you want a conspiracy theories, bro? Here
I
you
heard
go.
about this just the other day. My son was telling me about this, and I was like, "What?" I said, first off, literally, it would be an act of treason because you're going against the United States freaking government, okay?
That's what I said. Okay.
In mass numbers.
Yes. Yes.
You know, that whoever is organizing this is going to be,
Prison probably for life. Yeah.
or firing squad
Yeah.
for treason, you know? This ain't going to be one of those A-team type situations, you know what I mean?
No, man. No. I completely agree with that. I hope the people that are actually serious about doing this are ready for the repercussions of what happens afterwards.
Yeah, it's
Um, though my curiosity wants to know what's in Area 51 at the cost of what? You know what I'm saying?
and that's just it. At this point, Area 51 has been declassified.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that it's there. It's not hidden away. They're not
Right.
denying its existence anymore. So it's like, what's going to be there? We know that it's there. We know it's a top secret military base for testing new airplanes.
Yes.
Obviously, all the aliens and UFOs and shit has been, torn down, reverse engineered, and shipped off to different places. Like,
If it ever even existed in the first place.
well, right. And here's the thing: like back in 1947, when the Roswell crash happened, okay, that stuff was only at Area 51 for like 2 weeks, and then it was sent to an Air Force base in Dayton, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
So, reverse engineering, the military has had this floating around different bases for how long now? Since 1947?
Right.
Think about it. What could possibly be there? You're basically going to storm a military facility that does
Facility.
testing on top secret aircraft.
Yes.
That's
I
a bad
concur.
idea. Bad.
I don't think they're thinking along those lines though. I don't know how to put this in a way that these people, I hope they watch this video. I hope all 500,000 of them watch this video, dude. Even like I said, though my curiosity gets the best of me, I want to know what's actually going on there. I have to assume that if they've declassified it, that means everything that we would be potentially wanting to know probably is
It's,
not around
it's
anymore.
been shipped off to some other
Exactly.
underground installation, probably in another mountain range, probably not too far away, that is classified, that's still, denied to this day,
Sure.
the existence of. So,
There is the Hangout link in the description again if anybody would like to join. I put it in the comments section. Feel free to join us on panel and tell us your thoughts because this is escalating quickly and it's becoming a pretty serious situation, I feel like at this point. I there's other curiosities I have, man. Like, is the government going to tell Mark Zuckerberg to remove the page, or are they going to ask him to shut down Facebook for a while because of this? This is potential terrorist acts against your own country, and they're using his media outlet as the main source for pushing it, you know,
and that military is not gonna be gentle. I mean, they've
no,
they've taken an oath to defend this country against threats, foreign and domestic,
and
and
domestic.
you can't
Yep.
get much more domestic than that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Craziness, man. Absolutely craziness.
You
Is Mike not able to get in here? He said, damned you too. Mike, are you able to get in? Let me find out if he can get in, because if not, I can probably send him an email. Mike, you're gonna have to put out your email address if you want me to send it to you, man. If it's not working for you on the link. No, so I figured if you saw this ghost, you would probably want to partake in this, man.
Well,
This is
yeah, I mean, and we're probably going to cover this a little bit come Tuesday night too, over there on the conspiracy theory show. And yeah, I just heard about this the other day, and the missing moon landing tapes. Sunday night, the History Channel is doing a special on just that. I don't know if
really
somebody was watching the show when we was talking about it, where the tapes are or anything like that, but now there is a special on the History Channel this Sunday night about the missing moon landing tapes.
tapes. Huh.
So
That's crazy. Crazy Z says, when were the drones spotted? He no. The drones haven't been spotted. There was a Facebook page created as a joke, and it didn't turn out to be a joke. The general public wants this to happen. And this guy went from being a joke to, wow, I could lead this resistance of some kind to see what's actually at Area
I
51.
mean,
And
it could be a cool video if they
sure,
would put it up on YouTube. 1,000 drones lift off from the ground, and all of a sudden
right,
head toward the fences at Roswell, and you hear dun, 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 dun,
right,
dun, dun,
right.
you know.
And you look down and the troops are just storming the gates of Area 51. I
Stormtroopers running out of the mountain with laser guns and shooting down
right.
drones.
This is, I mean, it's nuts, dude. It's nuts to think that somebody actually is going to not just one person. It's weird enough to say one person would commit to this. It's been tried in the past. Have you ever watched any of those tapes of people trying to actually access Area 51?
Yes.
Like people on dirt bikes that get through the fence that try to make a break for it. There's a guy in an airplane that gets even close to it, and two F-16s like come right streaking overhead and tell him to deter. They will shoot him down. And he's like, okay, that's good enough for me. I'm turning. It was like, okay.
I've seen at a couple of, I think it was like Travel Channel. They actually went up on a mountain range, hiked into a spot where they could actually look across with like high powered telescopes, and helicopters showed up. So there was even sensors on the adjacent like mountains,
Right.
things that would let them know that people was trying to get, even a peek of what was going on inside there.
Sure. I mean, even the mountain ranges around it apparently have sniper rifles on them. Like people just up there stationed, waiting for this type of stuff to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if the government was prepared for 1 million people to storm the gates. You know, they may think, oh, we're going to catch a
Well,
funny
you ever
dude.
seen these? You seen these trains? They've been shuttling all around the U.S. with UN trucks and tanks and
Mhm.
Bradleys and all that on there, and the trains are just endless. They just keep going and going and
Right.
going. You know, I think they probably got enough firepower to roll out there real quick to take on just a measly million people. I mean,
To handle the situation. But the question is, are they going to be willing to actually kill U.S. citizens?
well, I mean, they took an oath. They're going to have to be.
Boy, that would be a sad day in history for our country.
It would spark the new revolution.
And that's what Mike was saying. He thinks it would spark the new revolution. That's exactly how Mike put it. And I hope he jumps in here soon because he'll give you his point of it. Night Strix, what's up, buddy?
I mean,
This is
honestly, it. I think it will. It'll spark the new resolution. But how many Americans are going to be sitting back going, "What a bunch of idiots! Who does this?" You know, what I mean,
hold my beer. I need to watch
we're
this.
going in there to find the aliens and the UFOs that probably
Right.
haven't been there in 50 years or more. You know, like it's declassified.
I know,
Find
man.
someplace that's still classified. Rush that and go see what you find.
Exactly. I don't even know what to say about this. I was thinking about this on my way home from work tonight. I got on the Discord with Mike and I was chatting with him and I said, dude, I think I'm gonna do a live stream about this just because this has gotten so out of hand now at this point with people that I really think they need a grasp on reality. You know? Uh like nothing good will come of this. I just want you to know, like there's no outcome where things work out for you.
I
You
mean,
know
if
what
you
I'm
want to
saying?
know the truth, instead of rushing Area 51, rush some of these Walmarts that they've shut down, wrapped in barbed wire, and have military vehicles parked in a parking lot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We want to know what's going on with that. There's
R-
supposedly a whole underground, you know, highway going across the United States that you access from Walmarts.
Right.
How crazy
Uh,
is that?
Mike, what's happening? We have some questions in the comment section here. RC Hunter says, Mr. Brooks, what's going on? Battle Droid, so are they going to walk or take cars? Well, I assume they're going to drive probably the majority of the way and then park at the fence, if I had to guess. Uh, I maybe some of them are crazy enough to knock the fence down with cars and trucks. Who knows? At this point, man, I'm just sitting back. I think anything's possible if they actually commit to it. Let's
I,
say
I think you're right. I think it's going to be a hold my beer and watch this situation.
exactly. I think some people are gonna
We're
try.
talking Thor's hammer in the middle of the desert before Shield showed up.
Yes, that is a good representation of what that would be. Hold my bear, man. I'm gonna have a go. You know? Oh
You
my
get enough,
God.
you get enough people in this thing, man. That fence will be gone. They'll
Gone.
fuck over in a second, man.
It'll look like World War Z, dude. Just an onslaught of zombies coming running across the desert at you, dude. I think the military might even go, "Oh my God, how fast can you shoot, bro? This is not gonna end well." Oh
You know, they have automated gun turrets on those
yeah,
shit
bro.
like that with the same technology that they use in the Apache
Yeah.
helicopter like headsets for
Hmm.
the targeting. The same technology. They don't even have to put anybody out there. They just put those 50 cals, point them toward the fence, and be like, okay,
Just mowing them
yeah,
down like a forest, dude. What was that Jesse Ventura, dude, when he was in like Predator, just mowing down trees?
I don't have time to bleed.
Yeah, ain't got time to bleed. Oh my God. Dude, what if this ends up being like 3 million people though? Like what if it just keeps going and then pretty soon they're like, let's do it. Oh.
Maybe they get enough people to actually overthrow it. And then what?
Oh God.
And then they're inside of Groom Lake. They're inside the barricade, and all of a sudden the military comes from the outside, and they've got them all trapped. Guess who's not coming out of Area 51?
Oh yeah, everybody. Dropping a bomb on that. Moab would probably get dropped. I don't think they'd use nuclear on their own soil, but they may drop a Moab on it. To everybody. Moab. Whew. Just the thought, man. Craziness.
You get enough people involved in this thing, like an overthrowing of the government kind of thing. They can't kill all these people.
Yeah, but how many people are actually in the United States military?
I have no idea. I'm sure I could probably look up some numbers if I had to here. Give me one sec.
I mean, just the Marine Corps alone. You got to figure Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, Reserves.
Don't forget Space Force.
Space Force. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I would find it hard for them to handle this in a violent manner. They're going to want to take control over the people, but they can't kill all these people.
In this day and age, though, 1 million people isn't a lot of people. You got over 8 million people in the island area of New York City.
So it says, as far as U.S. troops, military, Army, 1.3 million active duty troops with another 865 million in reserve, or 865,000 in reserve.
And that's just the Army.
Yeah.
Army isn't even the most popular branch of the military anymore.
Yeah, Marines.
It depends on how many people actually go there, and there's enough people that seem like they're interested that they probably have to relinquish it to them.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't put a lot of faith in that. I mean, look at how many times when the gas prices were high, they tried that. Okay, nobody buy gas on this day. It's a gas strike. So don't go to the gas stations. Don't buy gas for the next 3 days, and we'll make them drop their prices. And
yeah,
that's a different principle. There's going to be the people out there that say, "Well, I need gas. I'm not with all these other people. I got to do my own thing, and I got to look out for myself." In this instance, where everybody wants to get in there, you've got the people that don't care. And then you got the people that's going to show up and actually do care.
I'm going to say that only 10% of them is going to maybe show up. The rest of them are probably just talking out their ass.
Maybe. I'm not really up on exactly what's going on here. I haven't, other than Dan telling me about it a little while ago. I don't know how many people's interested, but I know if anybody was interested in a group situation to go for this would be the thing to do. This would be the situation where everybody would try to storm the place.
Check this out. This is the event right here. And I think I just said going. I'm like, yeah, I'm going. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see exactly how many people confirm this. So this is the Area 51, Nevada. Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. Publicly hosted by posting, causing shambles. So this was supposed to be a joke, but it turned out that a lot of people didn't find it to be funny. They decided they were being serious. 5,000, yeah.
500,000 people.
Yeah, over 500,000 people decided this was not a joke. 560,000 people said they're interested. This is growing. Guys, this has only been up for 48 hours, tops. And this is just exploding across the web. So, but as I read through the comments and the posts, I started noticing they were talking about, setting up drone deployment as a defense network to keep the helicopters busy while they stormed it. And I was like, man, there's almost at least 10,000 pilots that have already agreed they would do it if the people say yes, if they get enough people to go. And that scares me. That really does scare me.
I bet there's already people headed that way, man. I mean,
I'm telling you, dude, it's craziness. All these people making memes about it now. It's getting out of control.
I mean, there's people that's going to show up there just to get front row seats, whether or not anything actually goes down or not.
Sure.
There's people out there on a regular basis anyway.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Hold my beer. I want to watch.
All right.
Matter of fact, make me another shot. Like, Kirk. Yeah.
Mel. What's going on, Mel?
Oh, Mel's in here. Mel, you are more than welcome to join, dude. You're always a prophecy whenever we need one. Mel is the real live Morpheus, for those of you guys who don't know. He just shows you the door. Only you can walk through it.
RC Hunter's asking if you agree with him on something there, Dan.
What did he say? Daniel, do you agree with what I say? Hold on, Heath. Hold on. I've been screen sharing. Trump is not your leader. He's a leader from a galaxy far, far away. He came to destroy your beautiful country, Mr. Brooks. I mean, I choose not to get into politics on YouTube. My opinions are my opinions, just like I think most people would probably see it that way. I don't like to push my views on other people. You have your own mind. You make up your own decisions. You know?
Yeah, that's something I kind of shy away from politics and stuff on my channel too, because it does nothing but breed like
hate,
arguments and hate, and
divide.
Divide your chat, and then all of a sudden you're like, "What the hell just happened?"
Right? I'm good. I'm good. Is Mel jumping in? Did Mel say he was coming in?
He didn't say. He called me a legend.
Did he call you the one and only Ghost
Mafia?
Mafia?
He said, "Ghost Mafia, you are a legend." And when Mel calls you a legend, you're have a legend. To take it to heart. You know what I mean?
Right. He's the guy that found the one. I mean, right. I have to assume,
Right.
DW for president. Ooh, I don't know if I'd make a good president.
DW 2020.
2020. I'm with that. So I think it's fair to say that there may actually be.
His campaign slogan is a DeLorean in every driveway.
Exactly. Yes. I like it. That reminds me, sir. You haven't flown it yet, have you?
No. Actually, I went out to fly it the other day, and the first battery, it wouldn't take a charge. So I got the second battery charged. Then it rained again, and we had more flooding in the area again. And today we kind of got the grass mowed and got some stuff done around the house. But I'm hoping to take it out tomorrow at some point and get it up in the air with the other battery.
All right. Matt Blank says, "What's up, fellas? Trump tweeted this about Area 51. That's how crazy he is." What did he say about Area 51? I doubt he said, "Daniel, do you agree?" He doesn't want to ask me for my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure what all that was about. I was just trying to read through the chat.
No, David Lee says they will use this to make more laws and censorship. I don't disagree with that. I think people need to cool their jets, man.
Yeah, you know where that's going. You know what they did with the drone laws up in Canada recently.
Oh yeah, dude. Poor Canada.
Do you see that coming here too?
At some point, yes. Near future, probably. Now, I'm with Mike. I'm also with Mike on this. This may also turn a revolution, and I think you were talking about that. Their Ghost, it has the potential to turn a revolution.
It has the potential, but at this point, with 500 people or 500,000 people committing to going, whether they're just saying it or not. I mean, like you clicked your was going, but are you realistically going to go out to Groom Lake, Nevada?
My boss said he's going, and if he goes, I told him I want the week off. We're going together.
Okay, well,
if my boss commits, it means I'm free to go. It will make a great YouTube vlog. Hey, go get him, boss. I'll bail you out. I got you. Go. Mm-hmm. I'm not crossing this line. I'm going to stay here. You go. I got you. When they release you after interrogation, I'll come find out where you're at if they don't shoot you to death.
The thing is, what this comes down to is the motivation of the people. You know, whether or not it's gas prices or that kind of. There's not going to be enough people motivated to go after something like that.
That's
But in
kind of what
this,
I'm thinking too. You know,
in this kind of thing, there's enough people that want to get in there. They want this to happen, and you get enough other people motivated that's going to stir it up in other people, and
You know,
this will go down.
the crazy thing is that they're about 30 years too late to find anything of any otherworldly significance.
Oh, I'm not saying there's anything there to find, but there's enough people that want to get in there to find out. So,
I think they would actually get more results if they stormed Fort Knox, Kentucky, to see if there was actually any gold left in Fort Knox.
Yeah, right.
That's a question that people have been asking since the 70s. You know, the gold that our money is based off from is supposed to be in Fort Knox. This is supposed to be full of gold, and in actuality, I think it's empty, dude.
It is kind of weird that we based our system of money on something we don't have a lot of, like gold. Like I don't think we've had gold plates in a very long time. How do you go into debt with yourself? Does that make sense to you?
I mean, it makes sense that they would cover up the fact that the Fort Knox was empty and keep
Empty,
it
sure.
guarded to keep people from finding out the truth.
Yeah.
But
Keep printing money that we don't have a basis for, nothing to back it with, which is why we're trillions of dollars in debt.
and honestly, if we were to go in there and find that out, money would be worthless.
that's who I want to hear his opinion on this is Greg. Greg's in the chat, Dan. You want to drop the link again?
Yeah. Which Greg are we talking about?
Eyes by Drone.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to hear his opinion on this. Come on in here, Greg.
Yeah, if you can't get in through the link, man, let me know. Just drop your email address and I'll email you a direct link.
Drone wasn't the one that said I was a legend, honey.
I know.
Okay. Just letting you know.
What?
Lady Swan's over here. She's trolling me.
I see that. I was wondering if you were noticing that in the chat.
She's trolling me.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't joined my giveaway, we're giving one of these little beauties away.
I remember those.
Ooh. Let's see. Gold standard's been over. Has so many secrets. What does it say? And Nell Hernandez, Area 51 has so many secrets. My dad works there, but says he can't tell me anything. See, and that's what we were talking about, Mike. I said, can you imagine the archive of stuff that's probably there, covering up a lot of stuff we've done as a country?
Well, think about it. I mean, that's where they tested the Harrier jets. That's where they're doing the Halo technology for the new jets.
Wasn't that also the place where the SR-71 was built?
Yes, and launched from.
Right. Which is weird to me because that tech is so old now. It still holds the speed record for.
Actually, they've updated it, but the newer model actually goes into orbit.
Really?
Outside of the range, like that's how they shot down the first SR-71 over Russia and captured the pilot. They actually shot it down. The newest one actually goes clear up into the atmosphere out of the range of the rockets. And it holds the record and has for over 20 years.
He asked if Mario was included. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go.
401 Super Mario.
Mario Bros, Mario 14, Mario 3, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3, Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah.
What about Space Invaders?
It does have Space Invaders as well. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, if you check out my last video with the red one here, a couple videos back now after the live stream, we are doing a giveaway on this. You just got to be a subscriber, drop a comment in there, and I think I said after a week, so we got 6 more days to go. I'll choose a random comment, and we'll send you one of these puppies out. So, what's up with Oz? Is Oz not joining?
I think he said he was busy.
Oh, cooking
His
video.
wife was in the middle of making a video or something, so I don't think he was able to get in here.
Where's Mel? I want Mel to come in here. Not Mel, but Mel. 400 AGL. We got to figure out how to get Mel in here. Mel and Lloyd.
You got him on Facebook or anything? You can send him a message?
No, because they never look at their Facebook.
Hmm.
I've sent them both a message, and still neither of them have replied. But we're friends. Oh man. So it's Ritzy 410 game. What's up? Yeah, no, we're just talking some crazy stuff happening in our country right now. I don't know if I should call them morons or appreciate what they're doing because it might cause a revolution we need. I
Well,
don't know.
I don't think that the cause of what they're doing is going to inspire the revolution. It's going to be the effect of what they does,
Right.
what they're
The
doing.
ripple effect.
Yeah, it's literally the slaughter of 1 million American civilians doing something stupid that's going to kick off a chain reaction and start, the next civil war.
RC Hunter, unfortunately, the seller only sells to the U.S. on this one. I apologize, my friend.
Yeah, hey, Greg, if you can do that, if you can give Mel a call, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Tell Mel to pop in, man. We'll send him a link. That'd be awesome. I should just ask Mel for his number at some point. We communicate enough. That should probably just happen.
Lou should be back anytime now. He went to the store. I was in the call with him. Was he back? I can send him a link.
He says, what do you say? Ritzy says, because I want to know when people trying to storm Area 51. They will be stupid because the government is going to shoot them for real.
Right?
I hit him. Okay, awesome. No. I almost had a sale with the Spark today, but no go. Nada, sir.
I think they might shoot them with rubber bullets or whatnot, but they're not actually going to try and kill any of these people.
That is my worry, is that if they do start mowing people down, man, are they going to become martyrs for a cause that they didn't even intend to be part of?
Here's the thing. About 30% of those people that go out there that are like, hold my beer and watch this, is going to be packing their own AR-15s or whatnot. And that's going to be a deciding factor in it.
Well, if they go in there with guns ablazing, then yeah, they're going to be met with so.
Heath says, "Tell your sponsor he's a bitch. I will let the seller know." I'm sorry, Heath. There's nothing I can do, man. He just made it clear that he can only ship to the U.S. So I gotta go with what he says. I'm gonna go free my boy E.T. and pack a punch my ray gun.
Pack a punch.
Oh man, they'll disappear to a camp somewhere. Yeah, well, I was wondering about that. What happens if they do storm it? What happens to the people that do it?
They'll probably be never be heard from again.
Yeah, that was my other worry. Like, oh boy, if you do this, you may never ever.
I mean, how hard? I mean, it's a lake. Well, what used to be a lake. So it's literally just a flat bed of sand out there. How easy would it be for them to dig a big ass trench, throw them in there, and cover it up, level it off, and land a plane on their asses?
See, Mr. Goss knows what I'm talking about. He said I signed up. They're calling the people Naruto runners, basically. Like, you ever watch Naruto? Anyways, yeah. We're not gonna go into the whole Naruto thing, but he's laughing, dude. But he knows what I'm talking about. He's seen this. He's looked into it. It's crazy, man. That's yeah. I don't know if I want to be a Naruto runner. I'm a fat boy. I may be a Naruto roller, um, but maybe I'll be a professional floater when we have to cross the lake when that time comes. You know, but somebody's got to get me there first. I might be a little winded. Just
I
saying.
mean, I would go there to watch, but I'd have to have the ghillie suit with all the the mud pack on, so they can't read your thermal signature. Like predator, like hiding from a predator kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so Mr. Goss says it's a proven science. If you Naruto run, you can speed past their bullets. Oh my gosh. Are people actually going in? Ryan, it sounds like a lot of people have committed to actually doing this if they set up a game plan. What worries me, and the reason I'm talking about this at all, is because it sounds like drone pilots are getting involved. And if that's the case, that could be very devastating for all of us if they choose to go that route.
Baku gets lit. The mines are going to do the job. They won't even have to fire a shot. He's probably right. Again, this was a top secret military installation that was denied its existence for 40 years.
Right.
Guaranteed there's mines. Guaranteed there's a minefield. You know what I mean?
My boss said we can both dress like aliens and they won't know the difference. They won't shoot at us. They'll think we just escaped. I guess I'm going as Jabba the Hutt. How did you get out of your cage, Jabba? Oh, maybe I'll do a number on him, man. Maybe I'll do the Spaceballs version, the Pizza the Hut. Nobody. Ooh, Spaceballs reference. Okay, never mind.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
I'm your former roommates, cousins, brothers, sisters, nephews, uncle. What's that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Which is what you are about to become. Oh my God. Don't eat yourself. I'll try not to. If anything is actually there, they are probably moving it now. I don't think our government is going to move anything. They're going to move a crowd of people. I don't think they're going to move anything out of there. All right, now Oz by Drone says
years ago.
Huh?
I think anything that was substantial was moved from there years ago.
Yes. Mr. Gauze, you want to come in here? Anybody, dude. Heath, whoever.
What's the there's actually another government installation in a mountain somewhere out in that western region. It's like Magic Mountain or something. I forget what it's called. But there's another mountain range where they have supposedly, and now the rumor, the conspiracy is that there's actually aliens working in conjunction with American military in this underground installation that goes 90 stories below this mountain. And it's not Area 51.
I have to clarify this. I'm being called chubby in the chat, and I just want you guys to know, God apologized to me for not making me tall enough. Go ahead.
He's not overweight. He's just under tall.
Right. No. Okay, so Mr. Goss, I know he's still thinking it's a joke. I know it started off as a joke, but it's become serious. Like, people are committing to this now. Have you looked at it today on Facebook, man? It is getting bad. It is getting to the point where I think the person that started it is getting a little worried now about maybe he shouldn't have done it. Fluffy.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be Men in Black showing up at the guy's door here in the next couple of days.
Bro, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, there goes my GoPro.
They're just going to say 2 words, well, 3 words. Take it down.
Yes, right?
And walk away.
That's why I'm curious if they're going to tell him that or they're going to make Zuckerberg pull it first. Which one's going to happen?
That's what will have to happen first.
I think they'll probably reach out to Zuckerberg and just make him yank it. Heath is really going in tonight. Daniel, love handles are good if you're half gay. Then that's better. You would know.
Have any of you guys seen the video of the old ladies that went into Area 51?
No. What?
Ryan 1234.
Hey guys, you seen the video of 2 old ladies that went into area? Oh, ha 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 ha! Laughy face. Ha 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 ha. Well, the government's going to keep its eyes on the person who. No, and I agree. Hey, there we go. Lloyd's in here. Oh, they will take it down. Lloyd. Paste. There's Lloyd. Paste.
Come on, Lloyd. We need your discussion on this, brother.
Get in here, Lloyd. Let's chizat. He said, not joking. I know it started off a joke. Now it's escalated into something quite a bit more serious quickly.
Well, I mean, look when a few years ago when they redid the Million Man March, and the Ku Klux Klan was supposed to be there, and it was supposed to be blowing up and all that stuff. What happened?
That's true.
Nothing came about it. And it wasn't like nothing. It didn't get out of control. It didn't get out of hand.
It comes down to the motivation of the people, though. And there's enough of these crazy people that believe there's aliens in Area 51 to begin with that they're going to be there. Like I say, there's already people heading that way for front row seats. Whether or not they plan on storming the place or not, they want to be there. They want to see history take place.
I just want to know if Paul is really there. That's all I care about. I want to touch some spaceman balls. You know?
If they actually get out there and they actually storm the gates, before they ever get through the gates, every one of those experimental pieces of equipment are going to take off and then re-land at some place like, Dayton, Ohio, or some military base and be hidden away.
Oh, my God. The comments are getting good. I want to go free my guy, E.T.
On her.
I feel like every time he puts that finger up, he's gonna say the line from what is that movie? Scream or Scary Movie? Take my strong hand.
Thought you was gonna go. Red Rob.
Take my strong hand. Oh my gosh! Come on, Lloyd.
Sorry, Stephen King might have hated that movie, but the first movie he did was the scariest.
Oh my God! Do you know
that kid was creepy? The twins in the hallway was creepy. The naked chick in that one room was good Lord. That was he did it right the first time. Even though he hated how that movie turned out. Jack Nicholson, oh man.
Ooh, we got an Area 51 raid. #raid. Well, the government is going to move them before people will show up because Greg is in.
Nice.
Hello.
How you doing, Greg?
You got no audio. Yeah. No audio there, sir.
Come in with this green screen, headphones.
How's that?
Looking all professional and no audio. What's going on, man?
Better.
I got 10 minutes before wife needs me. I just thought I'd say I reckon it's conspiracy theory. I really do. That the government's causing this themselves. They go and seed it, and then afterwards they've got an excuse to go and do whatever censorship they like, whatever the hell they need, they can go and do it.
That could be a distinct possibility.
True. And I need Greg to be the party pooper, though, man.
Well, I've made speculations of the same thing, like the Vegas shooting. That was, I don't think that was a lone gunman act. I think that was something orchestrated by our government to push through the banning of bump stocks. I mean, but
Yeah. Only in America, and only when you're talking about Area 51, you've got to have the conspiracy theory as the default answer.
It has to be, man. Every time our government does something, we have to have a conspiracy behind it. It can't ever just be what it is. It has to be more.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if our government was behind this, though, couldn't they come up, like I was saying, that Fort Knox, Kentucky, wouldn't that have been a better one to do than Area 51? I mean, because, it's been declassified for, years. There's probably nothing there.
Yeah, but Fort Knox, if you've got a million people standing outside Fort Knox, so what? How are they going to actually go and cut through the doors, and what are they going to do? Whereas Area 51, it's a big mother of an area.
Ooh. Rednecks will find a way.
Of course they will. But you
you.
know what I'm saying, though. It's a big.
But it is a big area, and most of the hangars and things like that are on ground, but the actual facility is in the mountain itself. All they got to do is go in there and lock the doors. What are they going to do? Dig their way in?
Yeah, they're not going to get to that part of the facility. There's no way they'd be getting there.
No.
Even a million people or not. But they'd get into the above ground kind of stuff, no problem.
Yeah, and they ain't going to find anything there.
And that's what I thought, too. I figured if they did breach the defenses, right, and they actually made it in, they're only going to see what's on the outside. There's no way in hell they're actually going to make it inside the building.
Right.
It never happened, man. I don't care how many cutting torches they bring and, how many rednecks with cases of beer they bring out there to try everything they possibly can throw at it. I still don't think they're going to open it.
I mean, they fly their employees in from private airlines from Vegas and the surrounding cities and towns on Jan flights. And these are white airplanes, red stripe, no distinctive markings, like no numbers, flight numbers. They're just J something. That's nothing like what would be on a commercial aircraft. So they're a private airline. They bring all their employees in by airplane, land in Area 51. It's not like they're flying from Vegas out to Reno and then driving in. They literally catch a flight from someplace else and land at their job. Mm-hmm. So it's like it wouldn't be hard for them to just bring in a shitload of, B-17 big ass man haulers and just drop a couple 100,000 troops right in the middle of the place. Got enough room to do it. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's been very well thought through. However, I do want to say this. What happens if a lot of the people back out and only the drone pilots feel like having a go at it? I mean, if you get 10,000 birds up in the air, Greg, what do you think, man? You think they're going to be able to take them down?
Well, you saw the BBC guy. It took him a bloody hell of a long time to go and get one down. So it's not as easy to take them down if they're spread out, number one.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking things out, more powerful than a locomotive, that fart machine.
Oh, my God.
What's up, boy?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Nothing. You notice what my map is back here?
Kind of. Your thing looks a little low, like you're having to kind of duck to fit into your screen.
Yeah, I adjusted that for some Australian chap that didn't like the way my setup was, so I let me fix that. You know how they are.
That was for something else.
Those Aussies always whinging about something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, where's my desk?
Oh my gosh!
By the way, through the resources of the Drone News Network, we've actually got confirmation they've actually breached the perimeter now.
You know what, Drone? I think you should be live with coverage. See if you know somebody out there, and you can be like doing live coverage of the raid on.
Oh my
Well,
god!
that's what we just got. We just got the shot.
There you
The
go.
Osmicron News Network resources. We've got
All
it.
right,
Isn't Steven out there somewhere?
Steven's probably the leader of this resistance. He's just not telling anybody. He's got to stop every 5 minutes to poop in his pants, but he'll be ready. Nobody will get that joke unless you know Steven.
All right. There is that better? Do I look better on the screen now?
You do. You
All
don't
right.
look so. Yeah, you don't
Okay.
look so hobbled over. Like,
Yeah.
What's that in front of you? A monitor?
But yeah, anyways, do what?
What is that? A monitor in front of you?
I couldn't understand.
Is that a monitor in front of you?
Oh,
It's his
here?
desk.
No, it's my desk. It's
Oh.
that's
it's
his
it's a
fake
green screen. Yeah, I could,
CGI.
yeah, it's all lights and magic,
Okay.
This is what it really looks like.
Yeah. Actually, I've just got an update on that story. We've got the bus actually trying to go in there right now, and I've got of the chase vehicle. There's the chase vehicle going and trying to catch those guys now. It's all happening. Well,
We need to get some eyes in the sky. Do we have any drone footage of what's going on?
All my sources are tapped out. Okay, I got to ask you guys, how many of you guys have actually been there?
No.
Greg, I know you haven't. Anybody else?
no.
Has anybody currently on this panel, raise your hands if you've ever been to the Area 51 complex?
Never. Really?
Yeah. That's the Air Force. That's the Nevada testing grounds. It's the Air Force bomb range. I was in the Air Force. I was stationed out there. There's no aliens, but I'll tell you what there are. Those idiots, if you got kids that saying they're going, first thing you do is you pick them up and beat their ass because they'll get shot. They will not play around. They will kill them dead because they
But
will
I guess-
consider them invaders. We're not
Dan's
knights.
point. Yeah, but Dan's point was the fact that if you've got 1 million citizens out there in bulk going in a massed swarm of people, and you've got air cover from drones up above trying to stop,
Those drones,
air vehicles.
Those drones will be wiped out before they ever even get close enough. You think
see,
we don't have our? You think the military doesn't have their own drone systems?
Oh no,
I'm
I
sure
get
they
that.
do.
That's
Yeah.
why I said. But right now we're mounting up at around the numbers of 10,000. Pilots have agreed to partake if people are willing to.
Well,
Still.
first off,
That's a lot.
they're all going to crash. It's real simple. Yeah,
Hey,
electromagnetic pulse, boom,
Yeah.
into conversation. They're all dead.
Does DJI Care cover that?
I don't think so. It does not cover stupidity.
Or State Farm?
I don't think it would take the electromagnetic pulse. All they got to do is have Wi-Fi blockers up in the area.
Yeah, and they've already got that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
If
Wi-Fi blockers, they're not going to get out from a cell phone. They're
Yeah.
not going to be able to call from help, and the drones will not connect.
and they'll just, that area, I guarantee they have patrols there constantly. And here's the thing. It's not that they're protecting aliens or secret. I've been to this area. This map is an actual official map of the Area 51. That's why I put it on the screen for this show, just for you, Dan. I put it up. Actually, it's my old backdrop that I had because originally I started doing the Area 51 studios. And when I first started, and that's what says up here, it's kind of crowded out. But anyways, I was stationed out there. I worked on systems. I worked on weapon systems. Okay. And we did a lot of testing in that area. And there's no aliens. There's nothing there. It's a bombing range. It's a weapons testing range. It's used for desert warfare testing. it's that's it. All this area that you see, like over here in green, all this stuff here, that's part of the border of the bombing range. It's a huge base and is protected. And yes, there's black vehicles driving back and forth, which the conspiracy theorists like, oh, no.
We're not saying there's aliens out there. We're not debating that. We're talking about
I know.
people that's trying to.
I know you guys aren't, because I was listening before I came in. It's these idiots on Facebook. And first off,
Yes.
Facebook, that's why we're on YouTube, because Facebook are idiots.
There's no aliens out there. There's nothing to see.
There is
Nothing
nothing
at
to
all.
see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what? They're expecting to find the lost Ark of the Covenant there?
Apparently, man.
It's not there. I looked. It's a bunch. I actually lived on a base out there. It is desolate. It's just their old World War II barracks, and the area I was in was called Nellis Air Force Base. Is the bombing is the base, and that's part of their test facilities. It's also part of the nuclear testing range that was used in the 50s. You don't want to go tromping around out there just anywhere. You get radiated. There's still radiation poisoning out there.
Isn't that where they filmed the John Wayne movie back in the day? And the whole cast of the movie ended up dying of cancer.
Almost all the cast died of cancer because some of it was filmed out there, some of it was filmed in a closer to town, but they needed dirt to cover the roads, so they went out there and got irradiated dirt brought back there. And those that weren't out there ended up dying of cancer anyways. Yeah, it's an absolute known fact. You don't want to be going out there. And it's real simple. 10,000 people or not, unless they're all holding up their American IDs showing they're U.S. citizens in protest, they could get shot as an invading army. They're close enough south that and they won't mess around.
So this was my worry, Lloyd. The whole panel was to talk about what happens if the drones do deploy. Is it going to make it harder for us? Is it going to ruin the hobby?
It's going to ruin it.
Ruin the hobby. Is it, and that's the whole thing, is like,
they're going to shut us down.
Right. And I don't think these idiots understand that, and they're that willing to test fate and put all the rest of us in jeopardy of what we enjoy for what.
So let's talk about ruining the hobby. If people do actually go to the point, I think it was Mike that said it before, I can't remember, about they're just going to jam the RF and it's not going to get up. If you actually look at the people who are, it was you that said it, Lloyd, sorry, my bad. And if you have a look at the people that have drones, how many people actually know how to do a pre-programmed flight mission, number one, where number two, they also get to shut off the radio RF circuitry in the drone and get the drone to ignore all RF input and still continue on its merry way.
Right.
So if you've got 10,000 drones, out of that 10,000, you might have one or two. And out of that one or two, is that going to ruin the hobby? One or two nitwits. Are you gonna be the one, Dan? I saw you putting your hand up.
But my question, I was just saying these two drones could do that, but I think it's more along the lines of, if they find out what the plan was, I don't even think they have to take off. If a bunch of drone pilots get out there and they even attempt to take off, and let's say they don't, they still end up causing a massive incident, and they were out there and they were part of it, and this was their plan. Is it still going to affect us? I think it will. Even if they don't get to take off, you know what I'm saying? Is it still going to impact us? Yes, I think it will.
They're going to make harder restrictions on us, because what they're going to do is they're going to set up a system where they can, at the flip of a switch, shut down every drone in the United States if they choose to. And it's because of idiots like this. Well, I know.
But you've already got that, right?
It's idiots like this that are going to make them want to implement it.
Either that, or they're going to shut down the sales of drone in the United States altogether, and you won't even be able to buy one.
Be able to buy one, yeah. And it's okay to be a rebel. It's okay to be independent, But sometimes, this is what I learned a long time ago. Sometimes you have to give up inalienable rights to live in a civilized society. And that is, everybody has the right. I'm not reading the chat, so I don't know what anybody's saying, but everybody has a right to go do as they damn well please. I mean, that's our inalienable rights. But if we want to be civilized, I have a right to just drive to Dan's house and shoot him. It's my right as a human being to do that. It's not my right as a civilized human being because I'll go to jail for it. That's one of the rights I gave up, was being able to shoot Dan because I don't like his channel.
Right.
I'm joking, Dan.
No, I know. Lloyd, before you go on, I have to say, Sina Basi said, right, the old man can't come for sure.
I wouldn't be there, yeah. I can't run fast enough.
Are you coming, Grandpa?
No, I'm not. Not even breathing hard.
The whole idea of this is to go out there and see what's there. And if there ever was anything there, it would have been long gone a long time ago. I think they're too little, too late. They're barking up the wrong tree, and they're going to get bit by the neighbor's dog. You know what I mean?
I agree. I don't want fallout from this. That's my biggest fear, is the fallout.
Well, you're right. That's exactly what we're all facing, is the fallout from this.
If these people do commit to this, not just, I think it's along the lines of a terroristic act, a treasonous act against your own country.
Yeah.
And I fear what will come of this if these people do commit. That is the biggest concern I have about all this. Hey, I'm all for it. If you want to storm it and be retarded, go for it. You want to show how simple some Americans really are? Have at it. Just don't take your drones with you. I mean, leave those at home, and I'm all for it. Go for it, man. Have fun.
What happens if it's, okay, not just the drone fallout, but the idea of the whole thing, and they have 1 million people show up at the gates, and they actually do have to stop them? The idea of it could spark martial law in the United States all throughout the lower 48. And then what are we going to do? You know what I mean?
Well, first thing they're going to do is shut down social media. I mean, they're going to start shutting it down. And here's a history lesson. And I know I'm the old fart on the panel, okay? But here's a history. I accept it. I've been there, done that a few times. I didn't inhale, but I tried it.
Illegal. I didn't exhale. I tried it, but I didn't exhale.
Yeah, that was it. One of those. But anyways, I lived in the 70s, okay? So let's just not go there.
I didn't inhale.
Yeah, right.
I was watching something on someone else's channel the other day, and they were talking about Thomas Jefferson, who said that, the existing democracy that we've got here today is only meant to last 100 years, by which time there will be a revolution. Is this the revolution?
Oh God, I hope it's not, man.
God,
honestly,
this is a kind of,
but it could spark it.
That was where I was going.
Yeah, if this is the start of a revolution, excuse my language, but it's a piss poor start.
Right?
Attacking a desert base with nothing, and there's a lot of other targets if you're going to be a terrorist or a the word escaped. See, that's what I get for being old. I forgot the word. Dan, you used it. Treason. If you're going to be treasonous or a terrorist, don't attack an empty base. It's a bombing range, for God's sakes. Really?
Yeah, they're liable to just come right on in and get in the middle of that Groom Lake where they're, drop something on your head.
Yeah. Well, there's all sorts of stuff that, they're always looking for, a few good men. So let them go out there and, because those pilots got to have target practice. You don't think they can hit those terrorists over in the Middle East just by shooting at paper, do you?
Do you really want to know why I'm worried? I'm worried because kids are eating Tide Pods.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to assume they're stupid enough to commit to this.
Yeah, that's you're right.
Reality.
And that's what I said. If you've got kids of that age, beat their ass if they talk about it. I'm sorry, but just it's time we start, applying the board of education to the seat of knowledge, and for God's sakes, cut off all them damn man buns. That's
Right.
the downfall of society is a friggin' man bun.
Man.
Oh, Lord.
And skinny jeans. Get rid of the skinny jeans.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't fit into them, we don't need them.
And what Smeedy Express shirts? Not small, not medium, but medium.
Medium.
Get rid of those too.
Yeah.
A shirt either fits or it doesn't. I'm sorry.
What is medium?
Yeah, it's a mix between
I missed
small and
something?
medium. They call them medium.
Oh my God.
Welcome to America, bro.
No, it's this way around the world.
Millennial.
Oh my God.
The millennials are growing up. It's the Generation Z. A bunch of zombies. They're brain dead. They said years ago that these will cause brain cancer. I think it's working. All them kids looking at their, and Twitter and whatever it is they're doing, and they're friggin' brain dead now. That's what it is.
Truest thing I've ever seen. I go out now, and me and my girlfriend, we take our trips and we travel and we eat at restaurants. And normally you consider sitting down and eating a family thing, especially when you're on vacation or on a trip. And, we were sitting there at a restaurant by Disney Springs, and we were spending a good amount of money on our food. Like, it was a nice restaurant. And I'm looking around, and all the kids in there all have their phones out. They're not paying attention to the conversation at the table. They're not talking to the parents. They're not talking to each other. They're just sucked into their device. And I worry. I really do. I think I'm becoming extremely worried. I don't think kids should have cell phones at that age. I really don't care. I didn't need one. You guys didn't need one. I don't think they need one. You know what I'm saying? It's just ruined. And video games have gotten out of control, man. Out of control. This is a whole nother. I enjoy retro gaming. This, I think, was where it stopped for me. Retro gaming, everything else done with. I can only play a couple hours of 8-bit. I'm like, okay, I got to go do something. My eyes hurt. You know? And
I'll share with you. I'll share with you a true story. Someone I know, their daughter was asked to come along to an 80th birthday for their grandparents, and this person said, "Can I bring my phone and can I use it? Because there'll be lots of old people around."
Oh, wow. That's the best way to learn is to listen.
I know.
I was fortunate enough that my parents were older when, my dad was 43 when I was born. I asked him when I turned 40, I said, "Dad, what in God's name are you thinking having a kid at 43? There's no way." But, I grew up with older parents. I grew up, my dad was in World War II. My grandfather was in World War I. One grandfather, from my grandpa to my grandson, we go from 1876 to now 2019. I mean, you think about that, just 4 generations, 5 generations. And I've known all of them from both sides. My grandfather, I remember him, the one that was born in 1876. I learned a lot from those people. I was blessed, that I got to know old people. And
Sure.
That's why I do YouTube, to pass on my idiocy and my supremacy and my arrogance of being an old fart.
It's truth, man. I enjoyed listening. I mean, there's only a few times that I don't enjoy listening to the older folks, and that's at a bar, and they've had too much to drink because they have to reach. Dude, I'm telling you, they have to reach really far back to find glory, and I don't need, like, I had this one guy sit down. He was like, "I used to be so fast," and he's grabbing me and hugging me. "I like you, guy," and I'm like, "Okay. I like you too, brother. Enjoy your beer." Yeah, I used to be so like. Now he wants to tell me the
You remember
story.
Patton? His blood in our guts, man. General Patton, what a son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I've actually heard my dad say that. I heard my father say that those exact words because he actually served under Patton.
My grandfather was in Patton's Third Army. He was a radio man, strung telephone lines behind enemy lines and everything.
Yeah, my dad was in the tank destroyers. They were the ones who went out front of Patton's tanks, and those things, they had open turrets. I mean, can you imagine going out there, you're fighting against Panzers and you've got an open top and you're shooting at them? Like, really? What in God's name were they thinking?
I remember my grandfather telling me a story, and this is a true story. He says he had the radio operation set up. They were in like a foxhole setting, and a plane came in shooting right down the middle of the street, and a bullet literally split his hair. It was a 20 millimeter phosphorus round from a plane, literally singed his hair off in a reverse mohawk and lodged in a battery pack behind him. And his buddy dug the bullet out of the battery pack, and that thing was like this long and as big around as a shotgun shell. And he carried that thing around in his pocket till the day he died. That's how close he came to getting his head shot off by a plane.
Yeah, it's well, I worked on A7s and A10s, so I know what a 20 millimeter. I worked on the weapon system, so I know what a 20 millimeter round looks like, and I know what a 30 millimeter round looks like, and that's part of the reason I know there's no aliens out there. That's just a testing range. That's what it's called, the Nevada Air Force Testing Range. So, yep. Judy's arguing with the dogs.
I hear them. No.
Yeah. I have a monitor here so I can hear, because she has Parkinson's, and sometimes she needs help. So I keep it to where I can hear it. So, but
Sanabi, who called you Grandpa earlier, now says Grumpy. How old are you?
I can't keep it a mystery, but let's put it to you this way: I've seen 6 decades plus.
He said, I feel like I'm in a classroom. How many fingers is that, bro?
That's like somewhere in that range.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I'm in my 60s, getting closer to the other decade.
Greg, you look like you were about to say goodbye to everybody, but we kept cutting you off.
I'll do that. I'll say goodbye, but just as I go, I'll say that definitely they're getting ready to go and take them out. There they go now. Live from the Oz by Drone news desk.
It's a good thing you get all this live coverage for us. Man. Appreciate that, Greg.
Take a good look. You'll probably never see those individuals again.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And there are our aliens, and have a great night, evening, and day, and whatever time it is, wherever you are.
Greg, take care.
I could see,
See you guys.
they put up 10,000 drones into the air, and they're flying over the gates and in there. And all of a sudden, about 3 C-130s, wingtip to wingtip, flying just above the ground, just goes through and just smashing through these little tiny drones.
Oh, yeah. Ping, ping. This actually could turn out to be a good thing, because this will disprove that BBC story that we talked about on Oz by Drone tonight.
True. Is that the one where it smashes into the wing and destruction? Yes, yeah.
D-Man 52 said Lloyd and I probably forgot more than we know now. Yeah, that's the truth too. The brain's like a hard drive, and they have a limited capacity. That's why old people get senile, because they pack so much, especially if you're like me, and I love trivia stuff, especially with history and the military and whatever. I pack so much trivia crap in my brain, I can't remember what I had for supper today. I don't know, it needs to be, reformatted or something.
I'm trying to think of what I had now, man. I think I'm just stupid.
If you were stupid, you wouldn't be able to do what you do with those drones. I guarantee you.
Truthfully, I think lack of sleep is what gets me a lot of the time. I go until I'm.
You're right, Greg. Greg says Lloyd has bad sectors. Yeah, I need to defrag it anyways.
Oh my gosh!
Bite me, Greg.
And y'all sound like losers. America, real Americans will never lose.
I have a feeling that this stream is probably going to take off within the next 2 or 3 days. So make sure you're giving yourself a shout out if you want people to know who you are, even if it's the pissed off Area 51 or Naruto runners.
Yeah, right here, the grumpy vlogger.
Yeah,
right there. From Area 51 Studios, by the way.
And he has been there. So if you want any kind of question answered, now's the time.
Yeah,
save yourself the trouble.
Synapses says watch out for Alzheimer's. Yeah, it's Al's at my door just knocking right now. I quit answering. Yeah, Al and Arthur are the two guys that get you Alzheimer's and arthritis. Yeah, they're both creeping up on me.
Yep.
Yeah, getting old is not for sissies, I'm telling you.
And then we got the S. Let's see them aliens, guys. That's literally his name.
Are you ready to storm the gates of Area 51? For what?
For what? It's desert. It's just like, really? You guys want to go? What's there to storm? It's desert. It's a bombing range. It's a testing range for weapon systems. And yeah, those right there.
Just send me your address. Those asking that question, I'll send you one of these. When you get it, just pull the pin. The directions are easy. Pull the pin. Let this little switch flip up and just hold it. You only got to wait 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, it won't take long.
Magic happens. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
I just, and this is the problem with it. God, I sound like an old fart. Oh, wait a minute. I am an old fart. That's a nice thing about being an old fart is you get to say stuff and they just say, that old fart, what the hell's he know? But, they ignore me, but I don't care. I get to say it anyways.
Literally, we gone. What did he say?
It's amazing how all videos pertaining to UFO
borrow your dynamite
on YouTube are gone now. What do you think?
I don't know if that's real. Anybody look into that?
What's that?
So he says, Quentin Robinson says, it's amazing how all the videos pertaining to UFO, aliens, Area 51 on YouTube are literally gone now.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm literally going to just copy UFO, aliens, Area 51 right from his thing there. I'm going to paste it
and hit enter
into the YouTube search engine and see if nothing comes up.
And then he's going to screen share that for all of you so you can see.
Okay. Paste. Enter. And screen share.
While he does that, I'm going to present him to everyone. Present.
Here we go.
Hey.
Aliens. Why are they here? How Area 51 became the center of alien conspiracy theories. Area 51 2015, a real UFO scene. Movie clip.
Let's do this. How many pages does it say there are?
Where do I find that?
All the way at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom. Okay.
Oh, they just keep going.
Yeah, they just keep loading and loading and loading.
Yeah.
So,
sir, your information is inaccurate.
I think we just kind of shut down that allegation that all UFO, alien, Area 51 videos have been taken down. Like, here's one, Area 51, mystery in Hindi, secret of Area 51, UFO aliens. It's literally the UFO or the alien autopsy video.
Oh, what they did that on like CBS or something back in the 80s, was it? And it was a like a made for TV show. It was like, okay, you guys don't. I know. Well, I'm not old. I'm not that old either. But I remember the stories, hearing about it from my parents. You guys know who H.G. Wells is, right?
Okay, I
For the
gotta
world.
stop. I gotta stop you real fast. Sorry,
Okay.
guys. I just want to say we're ending up with a lot of new people in the chat right now, and they all seem to be on board with this. I have to ask the people that keep coming in saying, "Old guy's not with us," and "Let's storm the gates and see the aliens." Have you guys actually signed up for this? Like, because I'm seeing people I've never seen before. King Isaac, I don't who I you just popped up out of the blue, sir. And I think Let's Make History tells me that you're all for this. Uh, what what are you part of this? Have you joined the Facebook thing? You talk to us. I need to know these things now.
I'm still scrolling down. It's still loading videos. I've got to be about 15 or 20 pages down.
Here we go. Black Goku. Yep. Okay. I'm assuming Naruto, Goku. There are a lot of new people in here that apparently are part of this whole uh, Area 51 thing. Interesting. Okay. Keep going, Lloyd. I just wanted to.
Okay, this whole thing about the aliens, as I was going to say, you know who H.G. Wells is, right, Dan?
No.
War of
Well,
the
you
World.
should. War of the Worlds. Thank you.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
author. He's the author. There was another Wells who made War of the Worlds very famous in the 1930s. He was a radio man. His name was Orson Welles.
Mhm.
And if you guys have ever seen the movie Citizen Kane, he was the actor in that.
Really?
Well, they did this presentation on the radio. All right.
Rosebud.
And it was about aliens invading. And it was in a farm up in Wisconsin. Well, now, this poor farmer who owned his farm in real life, he looks out there, there's nothing out there. And it's supposed to have crash landed. And, you know, it was supposed to crash. People, the way they did the radio presentation is like, breaking news. We have a crash landing of an unidentified aircraft in a farm in northwest Wisconsin. We would like everybody to please be careful. We seem to have several of them landing in the area. Oh, wait, there's strange creatures coming out. Anyways, that's how it went. They did it like that, like it was a live broadcast. It created so much real life panic that people actually thought all across the United States that we were being invaded. I mean, this was a real thing. You can look it up, and it's Orson Welles and the War of the Worlds. And you can actually find the whole radio broadcast. They actually reenacted back in the 80s. They did a reenactment of it. And but they put well, that's what all this alien autopsy crap is. They did the same thing back in the they did that original alien autopsy thing back in the 80s or early 90s, and it was fake. It was done for TV,
Right.
on, I think, CBS. But somehow this new generation that eats Tide Pods thinks it's real. You know, you wear man bun, skinny pants, and eat Tide Pods, and you have the intelligence to go storm a military base? I don't think so. Have fun. You know, see you on the other side, folks. You're going to get there before me at the rate you're going.
Don't forget the Medium Express shirt.
Medium Express shirts. Oh my God. Yeah. You know,
This page is never ending. I've got
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
pages.
We have definitely ended up with a lot of new people in here. It's getting
Hey,
interesting.
Jody.
Point Diego Master Pakuka Perka. I don't know how to pronounce
Yeah.
that.
Drone
Most-
Shots is here. So
Oh, yeah, we know drone shots. So yeah, I'm just curious if an algorithm has been picked up by some of these people.
I know it's just this is.
Hey,
It's-
listen to Lloyd. Lloyd will tell you what's out there, and you will die. He'll explain it for you if you need to hear it again.
If you want to hear the truth, I've been there. I asked this panel, didn't I? I asked all of you. How many of you have been to Area 51?
And I
And
said,
how-
no. And everybody else said no.
Everybody raise your hand if you've been to Area 51 on this panel. Me. I was the only one who's been there. I was stationed there. It's part of the Nellis Proving Grounds. I mean, it says so on the map. Look it up. This map behind me, folks, that's the Area 51 map. It's classified for a reason, not because it has aliens, but because it's a bombing and weapons testing range for the U.S. Air Force. And I was stationed there back in the 70s, and I've been out there. I've been all over that place. There's nothing there. I went looking after, I'd been in the buildings, and most of them were abandoned. I never found the Ark of the Covenant.
Well,
I was so disappointed. Yeah.
Since it's a conspiracy theory to everything, Lloyd.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw this at you. How do we know you're not an alien?
See, there's the whole thing. You don't. I
That's
could
right.
be. I could be.
That could be the conspiracy in itself.
But if I was an alien, you think I wouldn't pick a better body than this one? I mean, really? If I was going to look like something like a fat old man? I don't think so.
You just got to be convincing, man. So, hey, good choice.
Maybe it was all you could find when you crash landed in the desert. Some old redneck in his truck pulls up. What the hell?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, and then we ended up with Lloyd.
He's wearing
Ended
a
up with
he's
grumpy
wearing a
vlogger.
suit.
But yeah. Let's see if I can unzip. Now, man, that zipper's been stuck for like 55 years. You want to know something funny? Not only have I been to Area 51, I've been to Roswell, New Mexico. I got family that lives there. Nothing there, but they love to put up those alien signs. My dad was actually working on the ranch where the weather balloon crashed in 1947 after the war. He was working cattle on that ranch.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I asked him about it. He just laughed. He says, that was the biggest joke we ever heard. He says,
Elon Musk will be handing out flamethrowers for the Area 51 raid.
We got another new one in the chat. Oh, boy.
Elon Musk is going to be heading right. Elon Musk is not going to screw up his rocket deal with the U.S. government, folks.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
I guarantee
he's
you.
already got a planned interstellar flight with tickets sold that was supposed to take place like 2 years ago or like that. And they keep putting it off.
Well, he lost money sending that Tesla out in outer space,
That was such a stupid. What was the point behind that?
He's rich and he could do it. That's why.
He wanted to be the first person that offered a flight into space on a civilian airline.
Yeah.
So he already sold tickets. He already had the flight plan.
I get that. What does the Tesla have to do with it, though? Why send a Tesla into space for what?
Well, he owns the company, so
I know, but still,
his sales and Teslas went up after that. It's great advertising. It's stupid to us. It doesn't make no sense, but we're all poor. Relatively, compared to him, we're poor.
Oh yeah, look, we're about to break 600,000 people. Now we have Dark Skeleton in here who says 593,000 people are going. It's yeah, man. Apparently somebody Instagrammed this live stream, so
we're gonna be talking about this on Let's Talk Conspiracy, my channel on Tuesday night with myself and Lou Rock, and I invite them all to come over and put their insights in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, my show's on Monday nights, guys. So I'm certainly going to keep an eye on this, and yeah, having been there, it's just there's no reason to storm it because there's nothing there but dirt and cancer-causing radioactivity left over from when they did the testing back in the 40s. You know,
And Ladybug's in here.
I saw that.
Hey, Lee.
I thought Trump already responded with a tweet to this. Oh, we got a new one. Just saw the 400,000 showing up. It's spreading like wildfire. Oh boy. I have a feeling we are going to get a bunch of trolls tomorrow.
oh yeah, this is going to be a fun week. You know, any of us that's on this panel, we're going to have a busy week.
Oh boy.
You know, but
Hey.
I'm just
If it goes viral, it goes viral.
yeah,
Whatever. You know, I'm not worried.
whatever. Yeah,
But I'm with Drone on this one. I think the
but
repercussions of this are going to be
you know,
bad.
it's going to hurt the drone people. It really is,
It's
and
going to hurt everybody.
yeah, they don't understand. This is the whole thing. That is a secured facility. If they try to storm it, that is like attacking any military base, because that's what it is. And they are going to respond in
With
any
force. Yep.
with force. And let me tell you, they do not shoot you in the knees. You know, right here, folks. This is center mass. That's what they're trained for. And those drones, they'll never make it that far. And
Yeah.
they'll they'll all fall out of the sky, and that's a waste of good drones.
And I concur. I just hope they don't even do it. Hey, look, y'all free runners, y'all little Naruto free runners, you have fun. I'll watch. It'll be entertaining. Okay,
we
but
are Sparta, really.
Drone pilots, stay home. Just stay home.
Yeah,
Don't.
The drone pilots don't get involved. Yeah,
don't get involved. Yeah,
King Isaac, 300,000 people dead. You're right.
I see a fleet of C-130s flying low to the ground and drones just pinging off the side. Ching, 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 and it rains drone parts.
They don't have to shoot their drones down. The idiot from LA, I'm just reading his name. I'm not calling him an idiot. That's what he signed in as. They don't have to shoot them down. They could just shut off their either use EMF
or Wi-Fi blockers.
Or Wi-Fi blockers. They've got all that technology. And guess where that came from?
I guarantee they already have Wi-Fi blockers in that area anyways.
They've
the hills.
They have got more types of security there because first off, this is where the U.S. government goes to the U.S. Air Force, not just the government, but the U.S. Air Force. This is where they test their new weapon systems. We're talking about different types of bombs. That's what I was doing there. We were testing I can talk about it because they're way beyond the model I worked on, but it was with the A-10s. I worked on the first 6 A-10 aircraft that ever existed that were in active service back in the 70s.
Are you talking about A-10 Thunderbolt, the Warthogs?
The Warthog, yeah. I was part of the group that named it the Warthog. We came up with the name.
Really?
We had a contact. I wanted to call it a Hoover because when you at the end of the flight line, it sounds like a Hoover vacuum cleaner coming in. It really does. And until that gun fires, but that's a different story.
King said this will be a massive shooting. Well, stay home.
Well, the only way it will be a massive shooting is if they actually try to storm, and then they're going to meet it with force, and they'll have no choice. They'll ask them to stand down. If they don't stand down, and I have an idea, a bunch of these little man bun wearing, Tide Pod eating, skinny jean,
Medium Express
t-shirt wearing wimps. First time they have a gun bolt locked up, ka-chink, come at them, and a couple shots fired in their direction, they'll wet their pants and run the other direction.
But then you're going to have the crazy rednecks out there that have the AR-15s strapped to their back with the 1981.
Yeah. Well,
dude, I got a gun too. Watch this, Bubba.
I carry all the time, but I carry it where, first off, as I've said before, Dan, you and I talked about this. I don't let people know that, I don't have it out here where you can see it like I'm ready to step out on the street at high noon and shoot it out. No, man, I don't want them to know I have it. So when crazies coming into the theater, I can jump under the seat, pull my gun and shoot back. that's if they see my gun, I'm going to be the first one they shoot. So I make sure that they don't know it's there, you know. But I don't believe in this going out and carrying. Yeah,
Springfield Arms.
yeah. I carry a Sky CPX2, which 9mm. I just love that gun. It's a
Skies,
yeah SCCY.
but I didn't think they was anywhere near as accurate as like the Smith and Wessons or the
Mine's pretty spot on, and you know, if you ought to know if you carry that, if you're going to be in a gunfight, it's only going to be 10 foot away. I mean, how the hell accurate do you got to be? If you can't hit somebody at 10 feet, you shouldn't be carrying anyways. That's the way I look at it, you know, and that's what it's for. It's a concealed carry weapon, you know, and it's just that simple. But that we've digressed off of these man, but you know, the rednecks that carry their AR-15s out in the open, you know, like that. They're again, those are the same people that are going to hurt the gun owners, just like the idiots are going to hurt the drone owners, you know. And
there's going to be a backlash, not just going to be the drone. Yeah.
What is that, Dan?
Bang. A BB gun.
Hey, you can hurt somebody with a BB gun. Is that a
this is a dual CO2. This shoots about the same rate as a 38. I wouldn't want to be shot in the face with this anywhere.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that
this is our door defense. We just leave it near the door in case anybody thinks they want to be silly. And I have no problem putting a BB about 7 inches into your face. All our other ones are in the gun cabinet locked up. This is just the quick one that we, you know. Ooh, what do we got there?
Y'all got to run this channel and be so out of touch with who's watching.
What is that? Let's see.
Matt blanks.
That's a Wesson right there, isn't it? No, it's Drum and Ruger. That is the old. What is that? That's
Ruger P90.
P90.
45 caliber.
Yep, that's the P90. The P89s, and that had the undergrip.
Yep, that's pretty nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
I actually love Rugers. They're, for the price, they don't jam. They're very reliable. Good return on the drawdown.
Matt Banks says it seems like it's turned into a joke. Well,
no. It started off a joke, and then it turned into something a bit more serious. That's the problem. That's where we're at now. That's why we're having this discussion. If it had just stayed a joke, then we wouldn't even be talking about it because it's a joke.
Yeah.
And now, people are committing to this, and drone pilots are getting involved, and it's becoming a lot bigger situation.
There's probably 4 possibilities of what's going to happen. One, this is going to be taken down, but it's too late. A day late and $1 short. Everybody knows about it now, so it's out there, and they'll find other ways.
Your old son come to me, tell me about it, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. So that's the one thing. It's going to hurt social media because it's been allowed to run rampant, and it just, 2 is if the drone people are involved, and that's why we're all on here talking about it. It is going to destroy our abilities to get drones and or fly them without so many restrictions, that, you have to give your grandmother's underwear size just to get permission to get 2 foot off the ground. That's what we're looking at.
I think the whole, not aside from the drones, it could institute martial law in the United States.
Absolutely. Because it would be considered
you don't have to worry about flying your drone anymore because you ain't allowed to come out your house after 9 o'clock at night, and they're liable to come and round you up and take you to a FEMA camp someplace.
Yeah, these guys don't know what it's like these young people don't know what it's like to have been in those areas. And
we're getting an onslaught of Instagram people here.
Yeah.
This is crazy. You guys can't seriously be for this. You really can't. Like, I would check your upstairs, open the side of your head, tap yourself on the brain a few times, close it, If you need to, pour a little bit more think juice in there, and then close the door, and then give yourself a good shake and see if you still come back with the same results.
Kevin
Lay off the Tide Pods for a
DeBont, yeah, Kevin DeBont put something in here. He says everyone's talking about it on TikTok too, making videos, spreading it with the youth. He says I've seen a 10-year-old saying they were going. Well, here's real simple. If one of my 10-year-old grandsons or if my kid was a 10-year-old and he said he was going, I'd say, like hell you are. You know,
King.
those parents need to pull their heads out and start acting like parents and not their buddies and friends. You know,
Best friends, yeah.
King
You know,
Isaac
quit-
says, I have a bulletproof vest. Well, that's great to stop like from a 9 millimeter up to, you know, about a
do
45,
you? It's real simple. Do you have a bulletproof head?
right?
Those guys do headshots, buddy. Real simple.
Have you
They
ever?
are,
Have you
they
ever?
are using pea shooters like what we got. Okay, you know,
No.
these pistols, handguns are a lower velocity than a 5.56 or 2.23 round.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, take 15 cast iron pans and put them all together.
Yeah.
Take a 50 cal and get back about 40 yards and shoot right in the center mass. I'll make you bet that 50 cal goes through all 15 cast iron pans.
Yeah. 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 That 223 is you know, that's a sniper rifle. Boom. End of
Yeah.
conversation. That and the
J's. So those are full metal jackets. They ain't going to break apart. They're going to continue to pound their way through.
yeah.
Have you seen?
Headshots are not going to protect you. You know, your bulletproof jacket is not going to protect you from headshots, and don't think they won't do it. You storm a military base, and that is an authorized U.S. military institution. It's Air Force institution. They will shoot you, you know, or
Ed,
they'll capture you, and you'll go to prison for the next 20 years for terrorism and for treason.
I'm. Oh my god, we got more. Oh, Neo Trigger's in here. Oh boy. Okay. Well, at least we got a new faith here. Someone that we know. Just to give you guys an idea of how unsmart the generation is below me. There was a 18-year-old about a year ago who convinced his girlfriend he took a thick dictionary about this thick, and he convinced his girlfriend to shoot him in the chest while holding the dictionary with a 50 cal Desert Eagle. Has anybody seen this?
No,
Looks like he
but I
killed
think
him
I heard
good.
about it.
Well, what do you think happened? He swears up and down it was going to stop the bullet and convinced his pregnant girlfriend to shoot him in the chest for a YouTube video. Does anybody know
Yeah.
what happened to that kid?
He's probably dead.
Oh, he's dead. The bullet went through the book, through him, and out the other side, and then penetrated the tire and went through the rim of the car behind him.
Now,
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't she go to? Wasn't she prosecuted for
He was
manslaughter?
prosecuted for no. She's not allowed to ever have a firearm again in her life.
Okay, all right.
They cut the charges back because they realized after watching the footage that she was kind of forced into it by him.
Yeah,
But the whole thing was she's never allowed to own a gun again.
so he was using a full metal jacket round.
Oh, boom, right through.
Oh, 50 caliber is still going to go through a phone book. I don't care if he was using wad cutters.
Dude, you could have stacked probably 8 phone books together, and it would have stopped maybe on number 8.
Yeah,
From a handgun, it probably would have stopped after about 8. From an actual Barrington 50 cal full sniper coming out at a much higher velocity, it would just tear through those phone books, tear through them. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
That's no
Yeah.
joke, man. It's idiotic what these people do today. I just don't understand the reasoning.
It's I hate to say this, but I kind of blame all of this on my generation. Of course, Dan, and most anybody that's listening probably has figured out I'm a bit on the conservative side, but
Mhm.
I'm old enough to have got there, and but I blame it on my generation. We were the free love, peace, and all those pot smoking hippies, and I'm not against pot smoking hippies. Hey, they were fun people to be around, you know. But they grew up and became our congressional leaders, and they got stupid and allowed stupidity. You know, I mean, think about it. Nancy Pelosi actually bred. I mean, how desperate was her husband? But anyways,
Whoa.
you know. But if somebody is, you know, I say that as in a joking way. Well, actually, no, just look at her. But anyways, but the point is my generation with all of its peace and love, and let's sit around and sing "Kumbaya" and all this stuff. We've allowed the dumbing down of America. I come from a generation where my grandfather was in World War One. I was in my dad was in World War II. I have an uncle who was at the fall of Corregidor, and he was actually a Bataan Death March survivor. You young people, look up the fall of Corregidor on Wikipedia and Bataan Death March and find out what that was about, what those guys were fighting for. And but our generation comes along in Vietnam, it was a crappy war. We shouldn't, should we have been there? I don't know. And I don't care, but we got this whole peace, love, and harmony crap. And then we started allowing, letting it, free thinking is good, but free thinking without knowledge is bad. And we started just letting people think however they wanted without teaching what our, like one guy wrote up there, we are Sparta. Do you even know what that was about? I mean, that's the thing. You say these quotes because you saw a movie, but you need to study history, and if we did more of that, maybe we wouldn't have idiots, 10,000 idiots or 300,000 idiots wanting to storm a U.S. military base in which the U.S. military will not have any choice but to respond. Either that or they'll open it up and turn it into a tourist park. Everybody will get radiated and they'll be dead anyways.
Matt, that's not, bro. These people fought. To say something like that, bro, is just craziness. He said your generation fought for nothing aimlessly in hindsight. No, dude. You are here today because of the people, the men and women. That's just a sad thing to say, bro. That's a really...
we fought a war that was not of our choosing. And I will tell you this right now. I volunteered. I was not drafted. I volunteered, and my country required and my brother did, my cousins did. We all fought and we all served during that time period, and we did it because at that time we believed in the country. We believed in patriotism. The 4th of July wasn't just another day for Best Buy to have a sale. It was to celebrate this country's independence. It stood for the flag stood for something. It wasn't something that was put on the back of a Nike so that when they pulled it off, everybody could get all pissy about it. Did we fight for an aimless war? I don't know. The war itself, war's never good. If there's a way to get around it. But to say that we fought for our country aimlessly, no. We fought to serve our country because that's what they required. We were fighting communism, and we were trying to stop the spread of communism in Asia. And we'd already dealt with that back in Korea, and now we had to deal with it again in Vietnam and Laos and Cambodia. We did it because that's what was required of us, because we felt that we owed our country. My family has had somebody in every war, including the current one, all the way back to the American Revolution. You know,
And Grumpy Blogger, I'd like to thank you for your service. My hat goes off to you and your family, brother.
Thank you for your
Well,
service, brother.
thank you. We did we did what we felt was the right thing to do, and unfortunately, this new generation, especially the ones that's thinking about storming a U.S. Air Force base, they're not thinking about what's right. They're just thinking about what's going to make them famous or give them 5 minutes of fame on YouTube or give them and I can tell you I'm not doing this because I want to be famous on YouTube. I do YouTube because I enjoy doing it. You
It's
know,
a
it's
hobby.
fun.
It's fun.
It's a hobby. I'm retired. I don't have to do this. I don't make a dime off. I don't even have enough subscribers to make any money, you know. But the point is, you know,
You reading the comments?
yeah, it's a Grumpy Vlogger show. You're very politically correct nowadays, sir. Very politically correct. Well, I like to think I'm politically incorrect because I don't. I don't. I don't pussyfoot around. You know. Dan, you know me. You
I'm the
you're not.
same way. I don't play with people. I just tell them, you don't like it. I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm too old to care.
I'm too
And
young, feeling like an old person, so I don't care.
and I agree with Brian Kirby, Bone FPV. I hope the drone people don't go there. That's what this show is. That's why Dan put this show on and this panel together, was so that, you know,
Raise awareness.
raise awareness that we do not need the droners going out there. We've got enough crap coming down on us as it is. You know, you got the BBC making fake
out there.
videos. Do what?
I don't think we need anybody going out there and trying to gates. Droners or not. I mean, I honestly think this could turn into a bad thing. And I mean, what are all these other YouTubers going to do if they shut down social media?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's going to be the internet. They can shut us
what-
all off.
Shutting off Casey Neistat wouldn't be bad. You know,
That's what-
then PewDiePie. Yeah, really,
So-
PewDiePie.
This definitely was not just about drones. This was about just awareness in general.
Sean Brook
Like,
keeps asking me about Admiral Byrd and what he saw at the North Pole. Well, I wasn't personally there, so I can't tell you what he saw. Okay, but it's not like anything that you saw on this on the Man of Steel, where there was an alien aircraft buried in the you know, it just, you know.
Well, that's where they found Captain America at, and he was thawed out. Remember? And then
Oh, that's right. You know, Sean, to be honest with you, I don't follow too many conspiracy theories because for the most part, they've never panned out. And the Area 51, that's been around since before I was a kid. You know, they talked about it. But I've been there, like I said. So it's a bombing range, folks. You know, it's a testing range.
Why not go? What do you mean? Why not go? Are they not? They're not listening. They don't.
there's nothing there to see. It doesn't make sense to raid an empty hangar.
Well, it's real simple. You can do two things. You can go as a mass, break the law, get yourself arrested, get yourself maybe killed because you will be committing a terrorist act, attacking a U.S. military installation. Or you can wait and maybe they'll open it up for a tourist attraction someday. Or it's the same as this. You have a choice. You can go to the White House and take the tour like everybody in a civilized manner, or you can try getting over that fence to go see the president that way. See what's going to happen to you then. Same thing. It's just
droners. Please don't go to that either and do that. Thank you. We've already had one case of that. We don't need it again.
You know, like Nero Trigger says, you can go to Area 51 to get your head blown off. You can go there. You can walk all around it, you know, and
Watching you the whole time.
they're going to be watching you. But it's a U.S. Air Force installation. They guard that. They don't know you from, dare I say, politically incorrect, but they don't know you from Alibaba from Iran. You know, you could be one of those guys that's got a bomb packed in your bulletproof vest. They don't know that. So they're going to shoot you. You go in there wearing a vest like that, you will get shot, and it will be a headshot because they can't.
This whole Facebook thing could be an ISIS related incident that they're putting out there and actually trying to get some shot.
Kevin,
Exactly.
That'd be like, okay, 1 million people jumped on board. This guy got 1 million American civilians to go and raid a base, and it turns out he's ISIS, homegrown terrorist.
Kevin,
And he just tricked 1 million people into going out there and getting their heads blown off. Think about that.
Kevin says, but did they really shoot any trespassers? Let me tell you something. If it's just one or two people, they're probably just going to capture you, talk to you. You know, I don't think that it's going to be as big of a situation as 1 million people flooding. That would be some serious issue. At that point, you have to do some control. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a laughing matter at that point, man. A couple guys on dirt bikes try to break into Area 51. They're probably going to get stopped and questioned. They don't want to die. But you get a mass majority of people to bum rush this. You know, I assume they're going to use threat. They're going to use force.
They're going to have to.
Right.
And Sean Brooks, yeah, I'm aware of what the Nazis developed during World War II, and there were some. There were some crafts that were very similar to what we see in the sci-fi. But think about this. If these civilizations are that much more advanced than us, why would they have a spinning disc? You know, why that? You know, and the other thing, if they're intelligent, why did they come here?
No doubt.
Because, you know, it's like, beam me up, Scotty, and no intelligent life here. We got people eating Tide Pods. But, you know, I'm not making fun of you guys. Well, yeah, I am. That's what I do. I'm a grumpy vlogger. I'm a satirist, you know, and a lot of my stuff is satire. But I have been to these places, and you know, if they storm it, you're going to get shot. Either that, or they're going to open up the gates, let everybody in. Then they're going to shut the gates. They're going to process you. You will all be sent to jail. You know, they will shut down social media. Here's something about history that a lot of people don't understand is if you read history, Dan, or well, either one of you guys, Ghost, if you guys know what they do when there's a coup, what's the first thing that is taken over by a group of revolutionaries when they're having a coup? What is the first thing they do?
Gonna let you take it.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna let you take it.
Okay. The first thing they do is they take communications. If in the days when I was a kid, I remember several South American countries and a few overseas. They always talked, and Russia was good about this when they invaded another country. The Soviet Union. I mean, I remember the Cold War. I served during the Cold War, and but the what they would do is they would attack the news, the radio. They'd cut off all communications so that they couldn't do this. They're going to shut off our modern communications, or they're going to invade it. And they've already started doing that. And that's in the fact that they've got 300,000 screaming, blithering fools, including 10-year-olds that want to run out there and get themselves killed. And they very well likely, like you said, Ghost, is they're probably, they very well could be ISIS or somebody of that ilk, you know. But that's the first.
public
Yeah.
and going out there and getting themselves killed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the person that's running this website sitting back in his mom's basement going, look what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Doesn't even show up out there himself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So they take communications. The next thing they do is they infiltrate into the highest positions. They try to get some people in power. And then they try to then they start stripping our rights. Well, that's what's going on, you know.
Imagine this scenario. Okay, this all goes down in less than 24 hours after it happens. You go to use your cell phone. Now it's connecting, but the call won't go through. What do you do next? You go to your computer. You get online. You might be able to connect to the internet, but none of the websites that you go to, all it does is put up the error 400 whatever. You know, you try to go to YouTube. You got a monkey on the screen. You try to go to Facebook. Does not connect. Nothing's connecting. It says you're connected to the internet, but there is no internet anymore. It's gone.
King Isaac asked, was 9/11 planned? Yeah.
That is something you should go to Ghost Channel for, because he talks about that during his conspiracy shows.
Yeah.
And then after you've gone to your cell phone, your internet, what's next? You turn on a radio. Radio is nothing but static. You turn on your television, nothing. It's just bars. Okay. Now there's no TV, no radio, no internet, no cell phone. I mean, the only communication that you're going to have is if you're a ham radio operator.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you have to be licensed for now.
Yeah.
Well, you've always had to be licensed for a ham radio operator.
Well, I know, but just for the people that don't know, it's not something that's hanging around on people's doors or inside their garage anymore. Like it's a hobby in itself at this point.
Yeah. Kevin DeBunt puts up here, and he says, I wouldn't look down on the person who created this. It's done as a joke. And, you know, probably a small inside joke that blew up. But in a way, he is responsible, like he says, because he didn't take the event down either. Then you've got sub to PewDiePie 69. Oh, my God, you poor guy. Bless your heart. Anyways, bless your heart. That's a Southern way of saying, are you shitting me? Sorry, bad words. It's after midnight. It's 2:00 in the morning. These kids should be in bed anyways.
No,
But
Sean,
anyway,
speaking about EMP going off, they literally have the controls. They can shut it down manually. They don't have to set off an EM.
No, they don't. They can flip a switch and everything's gone.
And everything's gone. You have no power. You have no internet, no telephone, no communications. They have all the keys to all the palaces.
The internet, cell service, phone service, television service are all controlled. They're all licensed under the FCC, Federal Communications Commission. They have the power, and boom, they can shut it off. And it's that simple. And they will.
You'll turn on your TV, and it won't matter if you're on a digital signal or satellite feed or conventional cable. Every channel on your television is going to have the bars up and say, stay tuned for emergency information from your federal government. And they'll come on and they'll tell you that martial law has been issued throughout the United States, and they'll give you the rules that you have to abide by under martial law.
If you don't want to get shot.
If you even have electricity at that time to turn on a television.
No, they're not going to use a Hellstorm missile to kill all these people. Random channel. You know.
Instagram people.
You know, I remember. I almost. It reminds me of that. Was it Justice League when Alfred says, "You know, I miss the days when all we had to worry about was wind-up penguins." You know, I miss the days when all we had to worry about was Tide Pods.
Very true.
You know, here's a question. Do any of you know what drink the Kool-Aid? You've heard people say, well, they must have drank, and this is what's going on here. These people drank the Kool-Aid. But do you know what that saying comes from?
Jim Jones.
Yep.
You know, when he finally took his own life that day with the shotgun, there was literally a sign hanging above his head, or a sign hanging above his head that said, "Those who choose to forget history are doomed to repeat it."
Yeah. I got a question. You seem to know something there. You're not as old as I am, so you probably weren't there, were you?
Ghost does a lot of research. I feel like you and Ghost would get along famously if you did.
We probably would. Here's I said I've been here. One thing I don't talk about very often is because it's pretty disturbing. Is I was there. I was there for the body retrieval.
Mm.
That's and yeah, the mass suicide, and that's what's going on here. You guys follow these.
There was the conspiracy to take out the figureheads too. Like when the governor landed at the airport, they were there to kill them. Literally, they shot was the governor at the time?
Is a senator or congressman?
Yeah, senator or congressman.
Congressman, yeah.
With their two daughters, and two daughters fled into the woods and hid out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
they were found.
Yeah, well, I was there when that happened. We came in and had to. Man, some of those video. Well, I'm actually there's a video of it, and it shows the guys stacking the bodies. It's like it was done by the History Channel, and that's when I knew I was getting old. Okay, in the History Channel, they did a thing on cult suicides. Okay, and it's about an 8-minute video, and it's about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You see two guys there stacking bodies. Okay, wearing white T-shirts. They're in military uniforms, and you'd recognize me because, well, I was the white guy. There's just the two of us that were stacking bodies that day when it's filmed, and that's me when I was 20 years old.
63 people or something like that.
963, yeah.
Died that day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because they all drank the Kool-Aid. Some of them were
some of them were shot.
Some of them were shot. Some of them had been injected with the Kool-Aid.
Right.
They literally, the ones that didn't want to take it, they were injecting babies.
Did you know Jim Jones didn't kill himself?
No.
Now, you know why? The reason he didn't kill himself is because, one, he was a minister, and they believed that was the unforgivable sin of suicide. So he wanted to guarantee that he was going to heaven, so he had one of his guards shoot him.
Oh, what the name of the Sky King's plane was named.
Oh my God, that's reaching back.
Like Felix the Cat, master cylinder guy on another planet.
I do remember Clutch Cargo. I remember Felix the Cat. But I cannot remember the Skype. God, I should know that because I watch that every Saturday. Yeah. But anyways, if you guys want to know what Area 51 looks like, this is it right here. This is Groom Lake in Area 51. It's actually U.S. Air Force testing grounds is what it's listed as. But yeah, this is Area 51 map behind me. So as you can see, there's not a lot out there. So just go right ahead, have fun,
Have it.
shove it out. You know, just don't take your drones because that's what we're about. We're about drones.
Yeah, but don't want you to die if we can avoid that. But hey, just don't fly your drones either. You know, that whole thing.
So now I come out with the conspiracy theories. If you're referring to the Jim Jones sentence,
Yeah, that wasn't no conspiracy.
No, there was no conspiracy theory. I was, you can see me. I was 20 years old, so I don't look like I do now, and it's not a great shot, but it's me, and it's about 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and I was there to pick up the bodies. So, yeah, no conspiracy theory. And not only that, I was part of the security sweep. We helped round up the people. We interrogated anybody that was still alive. There were some that were hiding out. And Jim Jones had a very long audio diary. And we listened to hours and hours of his tapes. And so, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to
So
get into the conspiracy theories and stuff, though, go over to my channel on Tuesday nights. We'll cover all.
Yeah.
Of stuff. We'll talk about Waco. We'll talk about Ruby Ridge. We don't care. We'll go wherever we need to go.
all you got to do is just subscribe to Ghost Mafia's channel.
That's right.
Yeah. And if you just want to hear silliness and maybe occasional something like that,
Yeah.
follow the
And-
Grumpy Vlogger.
And if you want to join Mike B, who is AKA the Drone Ranger, he's doing a giveaway right now on his channel. You guys should go over there and check out his little giveaway. He's starting small and working his way up to some bigger stuff. Is that correct? Did I understand that correct?
That's correct. This is a little trial giveaway I'm doing just to try things out. It's just a Bluetooth speaker, but we'll be giving away some serious drones here very soon.
I think I even heard something about some large aerial GPS platforms being given away.
Yeah, I'm going to start out with a Parrot Swing. Going to start out after that with a Ghost drone.
Oh,
And then we're going to be giving away a unique Q500.
wow. Some big birds.
Awesome.
Look at
Yeah.
this. Some
Yeah.
big giveaways there, man. So if you guys are not subscribed to Mike B, a.k.a. the Drone Ranger, you should
Yes.
probably do that.
In Sean Brooks, you're right. It was Skybird, and I remember Penny. Yeah. But, okay, and with that, I think I need to go to bed because it's 2:30 in the morning.
I'm following suit. It is 3:20 in the morning here. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I got to be up in a couple hours. So, yeah, man.
Well, this was fun, but please, guys, don't go fall for this.
Yeah, don't
It's-
go September 20th.
Yeah,
Don't-
because
don't.
it's just not worth. I mean, there's nothing there. It's just not worth it. If you want to have a convention of some sort, just go camp out in the desert somewhere and get your guitars out and sing Kumbaya or some crap like that. But don't go storming a U.S. military installation. That's
Listen,
going to end badly.
if you really want to die in style, I can hook you up. I know Mike Tyson personally, and I promise you cannot take a right hand swing from this man. Okay, even at his age, he'll floor you. You'll be done. Don't worry. Your brain is going to turn into mush after the first swing. You'll go out in a blaze of glory.
Challenge Ronda Rousey.
There you go.
Yeah. Or her husband. Either one. Just say go one. If you're really determined to hurt yourself, do that. Do it that way.
You'll have better chances of taking those two on than you will actually making it to Area 51.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I got to go. This was fun, Dan.
Yeah.
If you got a death wish, go raid.
Area 51.
No,
by all
I was
means.
going to say, if you have a death wish, go raid Chuck Norris's house.
There you
There
go.
you go. There you go.
Let's
Instant
start
death.
the Chuck Norris. Here we go.
Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah, I remember gaming in World of Warcraft. It's God. There wasn't a night went by somebody'd start and it'd be like for 20 minutes nothing but Chuck Norris jokes. Like, oh come on, guys, who started it?
The worst thing I can think of right now is that people are going to storm Area 51 and they're going to get over the line and they're going to wait until the tanks and everything start rolling in, and then a million people are just going to start doing the backpack kid dance to them.
It could be a flash mob raid.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would.
You could be over there at the fence doing the Harlem Shake.
Oh, Jesus.
The Carlton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jeez, oh Pete's.
This just scares something. We'll see you drone shots, and I'm still on Oz my drone, and but anyways, I got to go, guys. I'm tired, and I'm getting loopy now. So
Yeah,
let
I'm
me give
calling
out.
it too.
This is my parting shot to everybody. This is what it'll sound like just before you get hit. And then your brain will explode.
Good night, Lloyd.
Look me up on Twitter. I'd love to get you on the show with us one day. That'd be awesome.
We're going to have to get together. We're going to have to. You're on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, Tuesday nights, me and Lou Rock.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's talk conspiracies. Yep.
All right. I'll get on talk with you one night. Okay. All right. Catch you later. Later, guys.
Later. Thanks, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Good night,
Anytime. See you, Mike B.
All right, man. Thank you for your service, brother.
Oh,
Appreciate
well,
it.
thank you for the support, guys. I appreciate it. All right.
Yes, sir.
Everyone have a good night. Be careful.
Yes. All right, so guys, I'm shutting down, man. I'm exhausted myself. I'm starting to get really naughty here. I've been yawning for the past like hour now, so I knew I was ready a while ago.
Well,
But
I just realized how late it was, man. Shit,
yeah,
after 3 o'clock.
that's why I said it's like 3:30 a.m. here. I got to be up by, let's see, 10, so I'm ready to pass out and hopefully get a couple hours in. So, well, good talk, guys. Thanks for stopping in there, Mike, and of course, Ghost. You're always welcome, brother. You see that we sometimes take this to another side. This was drone related in a sense, obviously, but it's also a very trending topic at the moment that I think needed to be discussed. So I only dabble in these types of things when I think people need to hear my opinions and get the opinions of some real people. And that's what we offered tonight. So,
Yeah.
well, thanks for stopping in, everybody. If you forgot to smash the like button on the way out, please don't forget to do that. I assume we've already had probably close to 330 views already, and I'm hoping that shows on the like button as well. And I will catch you guys on the flip. You guys got anything you want to say before I roll?
You was rocking it tonight, man. Like at 3 o'clock in the morning, they have
I
like,
know. I saw 62 people in here. I was like, holy mackerel.
No doubt.
If I had done this during the day, it would have been crazy. So, but I'm good. I don't think I want all that. Whoever posted on Instagram, you're not welcome in here anymore. I'm just kidding. Well, thanks, guys, and we will catch you on the flip, man. A toodaloo.
don't eat the dog ham.
Oh.